Hi everyone, welcome back to BreakOut Studios online classes. I'm Taylor. We're getting ready for some ballet basics this morning. So I'll get some music playing, give yourself time to get settled in, grab something to hold on to, stretch out a little bit, and we'll get going probably in about a couple minutes or so. So not too long. I'm going to change the brightness so it might freeze for a sec. So we're going to start off with our normal warm-up facing the bar. So we'll start in parallel like usual, and even though that we're in parallel, we're still thinking of the weight placed over the balls of the feet. Our ribs are closed and our lower abdominals are zipped up like we have a low-rise jean zipper. We're zipping that up, but our shoulders and chest are broad and open in opposition. We still, even though we're in parallel, we feel the backs of our legs rotating back, down, and against each other and back down into the floor. So there's lots of stabilization and opposition happening in this stance. We're going to take our right leg and go demi and point and half point and down. 2 pushes and down and push and down. Other leg, half point, full point, half point and down and push and down again and down. Then we have our roll throughs. Plie, heels peel up and straighten and down. Reverse the roll through over to a forced arch plie and down. Plie, roll up, straighten and down. Reverse the roll through plie. Then we rotate from the backs of the legs out to a natural first position. Repeat the same thing. Half point, full point, half point and first. Push and down, push other side. Half point, full point, half point, first, push and first, and push and first. Then our rollers, plie, careful not to sickle here, making sure that arch is going over that second toe, not the pinky toe, but not the big toe either, that second toe. Straighten and down, reverse the roll through, plie, stretch, plie, roll through, stretch. Reverse the roll through, plie, and stretch. And then we're going to take a nice turned in parallel position. We're going to fold all the way down for 8 counts. Come up 1, 2, and back, 2, and up, and twist out the spine, 7 and 8. Other side, roll down for a full 8 counts, so a little different than normal. 5, 6, 7, 8. Come up 1, 2, forward round back, 3, 4, and up. Twist out the spine, 7 and 8. We'll face the bar and we'll do a little calf stretch on either side. Calf stretch. Take the knee, bring it up to the shoulder. We'll circle out the ankle a little bit. Other side, circle out the ankle a little bit. And then the last, I think there might be like 2 more 8 counts or something, and just whatever other stretch you need to kind of finish off that warm-up. Yeah? So in parallel, our half point, full point, half point down. Push the floor away using the toes, not the thighs. Other side, 2 pushes, our roll through, reverse the roll through, reverse. Repeat that same thing in first. And then we have our stretches, down, back, twist, other side, calf stretch, little hip flexor stretch, and ankle, other side, and then whatever else you want. And I'll call things out as we go too, so don't feel like you have to memorize the whole thing. All right, here we go, parallel, feeling all that opposition in our body. The ankle over that second toe, not sickling, half point, full, half, and down, and push, and down, again, other side, half, straight ankle, half, and down, and push with the toes, not the thigh, push, and rolling through, plie, heels up, straight, and lower, reverse, up, over, plie, and stretch. Again, rolling through. And reverse, heels glued together. Rotate to first. Same thing. Half and full. Straight ankles. And push. Other side. Twist out the spine, and other side, 8 counts down. Here we go, rolling up, quarter bra back, and up and twist out the spine, coming into a calf stretch. On to some plies. So let's see, I'm going to use a different series of music this time. Let's find... Well, where'd they all go? I was just using them. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this plie music is going to be a lot slower than we've been doing, so we'll really be able to get deep into our plies and feel all those muscles activating here. So we'll start in first position. We'll take our pretty standard pliés, demi-plie and stretch. Second demi-plie, the arm floats to first position and opens à la seconde. We grand plie, we go through a demi on the way down, then the heels come up, go through a demi on the way up, and stretch. Then we follow our fingers as we fold forward for 2 and 3 and 4, little press up and lower and tendu to second position. Same beginning, 2 demis and stretch, and demi-plie and stretch. Another grand plie, keeping the shoulders right over the hips, demi and grand, back up through a demi and stretch. We reach up and over towards the bar, and up and 4, press up and lower and tendu to fourth position. Fourth a little different, 2 demis and stretch and demi and stretch. Let's take 2 more demis, but we're going to reverse the vertebra. Arm comes up high and stretch. Arm down to first and it opens side. And now we reach away from the bar, 2, 3, and 4. Another press up, trying to keep those heels shining forward instead of letting this happen. So we really got to squeeze the backs of the legs and lower, tendu to fifth. 2 demi-pliés, careful not to send the hips back here in fifth. Grand plie, going through a demi, then a grand, back up through a demi, heels down, and stretch. Then the arm comes up with high. We lift up to quarter block back, and up, little press up, and lower, tendu back to first position. Let's plie, releve, and then we'll balance here in a first position, yeah? So with all these grand pliés where the heels come up the floor in first and in fifth, really making sure that we go through a demi on the way down so the heels stay down as long as they possibly can, and then we have to lift them up in order to not send the hips back all the way down. And then we come up, we want those heels to press down as soon as possible, again without sending the hips back. So our heels coming down is what propels us up. Not only does that give that plie more strength, but it's also a nice little calf stretch as well. So here we go, first position, nice slower pliés. And demi, stretch, demi, stretch, grand plie, demi, stretch, and forward. Press up and lower, tendu second position, and demi-plie, arm down, demi-plie, arm side, grand plie, and towards the bar, elbow lifted, rise up, lower, tendu to fourth, our 4 demi-pliés. Equal weight on both feet, arm comes up and over, and reach away from the bar, rise up, sending those heels forward, lower, and fifth, and demi, hips right under you, demi, stretch, grand plie, demi, now a grand, back up through a demi, stretch, and back, 1, press up, and lower, tendu to first, plie, releve, and feel that balance in first. Big, expansive arms, but shoulders down, and plie, and finish, good. All right, before we go to the other side in that fourth position, really make sure that we're not sitting back in our back leg, which is really tempting in forward. We think about this as our standing leg, but really in fourth position, both feet are our standing leg. So we want equal weight on that front and back foot, not sitting back here because then we lose all the turnout and the muscles in that front leg. So here we go, other side. First position. And demi, arm floats down. Demi, arm side. Grand. Pressing those heels down on the way up. And fold forward. Press up. Lower. Tendu out to second. Grand plie. And up and towards the bar. Nice lift in the elbow to the side as we rise up. Lower. Tendu to fourth. 4 demi-plies. Equal weight on both feet. Arm comes up fifth high. And we go away from the bar. Nice lift in the elbow as we rise up. Into fifth. 2 demis. Heels stay on the floor for those demis. Heels glue down. And demi. Now the heels can lift up. Press them back down. And port de bras back. Press up. Lower. Tendu to first. Plie. Releve. Zip those lower abdominals up. Close the ribs but open the shoulder and the sternum. And plie. And finish. Good. All right. Let's take a tendu from first now. We're going to have the arms side here for quite a while. So really make sure, I had a teacher when I was younger tell me, when our arms in a la seconde, we want to pretend if there were a little raindrop to fall on our shoulder, that it would just kind of trickle all the way down to our wrist and kind of float off our pointer finger there. Yeah, so make sure if we let the elbow sag a little bit, it's going to get stuck right there in the elbow crease. If we have our arms too far behind us, that elbow is going to drop. So we want a nice little lift in the shoulder. We don't want the shoulder to come up too high or else it's going to fall down this way. We want that shoulder down, the elbow lifted, and arm a little bit in front of us. Just like our tendus, we don't want it directly side. A little bit in front of us with a nice lift in the elbow, and then that raindrop should just float right on down. Yeah, so from first position, we're gonna have nice arm side. Half point, full point, half point, close. 1 and close, tendu, and close. Same thing side and back. Half point, full point, half point, close, and 2 tendus. Remember, a little bit in front of us to the side and close. 2 to that. Half point, full point, half point, close, and 2 tendus, and 2, and close. Plie, roll through, and first, and balance for 5 and 6. Plie, we start from the back. So really massaging, articulating through the foot for all these tendus. We have it broken down, the first one, with a half point, full, half point, and close. Then we fuse all those sections together for 2 tendus, close, still going through our half point and close. Same thing side, half, full, half, close, 2 tendus, da, da, da. Heel forward, half, full, half, close, heel shining forward, in, out, in, plie, roll through, and up, and balance, 6, plie, stretch. After that, let's turn in. We're gonna fold all the way down, and then just do what you need here. Pedal out the feet, shake out the head, We'll roll up and just finish there. Yeah, so nice arm side and nice articulation through the feet. Here we go. 7, 8, half, full, half, first. 2 tendus. 1, close, 2, close. To the side. Half, full, half, close, out. A little bit in front of us so that heel can stay forward. To the back. Half, full, half, close. 2 tendus. And let's plie, roll through the balance. Straight ankles, not leaning towards that pinky toe. Plie from the back. Nice arm. Half, full, half, and close. Make sure that side arm doesn't get behind you to the back. And to the side. Half, full. Keep it up, working it down. To the front. Half, full, half, close. And out. In, out, in. Plie to roll through balance. And balance. Plie and stretch and roll through. Stretch out those hamstrings. Pedal out the feet, shake out the head. And soft for the knees to roll up. Roll the shoulders back, heels back together first to finish. Good. All right, good. Let's go to the other side. Here we go. And nice arm side. We have half, full, half, and close. 2 tendus. Working that foot against the floor. To the side, a little bit in front of you. And tendu out. In, out, to the back. Half point, full point, half point, close. Watch that side arm. And plie to roll through to balance. Plie from the back. Careful not to lean back. Zip up the lower abdominals and keep the ribs forward. To the side. 2 tendus. To the front. And we plie, roll up. Balance. And plie. And finish. Good. Before we move on to some, oh wait, we got a stretch. Turn in and fold forward. Can't forget this part. And pedal out the feet. Shake the head, yes or no. And one more deep stretch before we soften the knees. And rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. To finish off, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Turn the feet back out to a first to finish. Okay, now that we've finished, before we move on to some tendus from fifth, let's take this balance in first again. Really make sure that we're not clenching up the toes. If we clench up the toes, we're losing all that mobility in our ankle. If we clench up our fingers, if we try to move our wrist, it doesn't happen. If we relax the fingers, we're able to freely move our wrist. The same is kind of happening here with the anatomy in our toes and ankles. So as we go up to first in a releve, or any balance in a releve, make sure that we're not clenching the toes. We're fanning them out, kind of like we're in the sand, right? And we're fanning those toes out, trying to get a broad surface area, spreading them out. We don't ever want to have those toes clenched in a releve, which for some reason is very tempting for our body to do, to go up to releve. You want to clench the toes, grip, balance. It's not going to help us. So spread out those toes, kind of like roots of a tree, spreading out into the soil there. So Anyways, with that little note in mind, we'll go tendu from the fifth. So we'll keep the arm side again here as well, but we'll add a little port de bras for a coupe. We have 3 tendus, 1 and fifth, 2 and fifth, 3, I flip the wrist, so that my wrist is facing down, plie, my arm comes en bas, I scoop it up to coupe, and fifth. To the side, en croix, 1, and 2, and 3, plie, coupe, and fifth. To the back, and 2, and 3, plie, coupe, and fifth, coupe, again, and balance, 3, 4, 5, 6, plie, we go from the back. Yeah, so we have a little extra coupe in there to balance. From the back, 3, tendus, third one, extend, plie, coupe, and fifth. Arm side, and 2, and 3, plie, coupe, and fifth. 1, 2, and 3, plie, coupe, and fifth. Again, coupe, balance, 3, 4, 5, 6, plie, and we'll just finish there. Yeah, so adding that nice little port de bras in with the coupe. With these coupes, really careful not only about the shape of our coupe, but also about how we peel our foot up off the floor. So to the front, we want to peel our foot up by sending that heel forward, scooping those toes under to connect that ankle, making sure our knee is rotated outside from our hip sockets, but that heel is shining forward. We don't want this to happen. To the back, just how to the back we initiate our toes for a tendu, same thing is going to happen for the coupe. We're going to scoop those toes back so that heel can nestle right into that back ankle there, again with our knee side. Yeah, so really careful how we peel that foot up off the floor for the coupe, and it's a little easier to feel that turnout and mobility from a plie. So that's why we're going in from a plie. Yeah, 3 tendus, coupe, and fifth. Side and back, and then we balance into coupe. All right, here we go. Arm side, and 1, fifth, 2, fifth, 3, plie, coupe, fifth, side, 2, 3, plie, coupe, and to the back, 3, plie, coupe, and fifth, one more coupe. Feel those toes moving back, just the heel connected to that back ankle as we balance. Plie from the back. Watching that side arm to the back. 3, plie, coupe, side. 3, plie, coupe, to the front. 3, plie, coupe, and one more coupe. Feel that balance. Plie, and finish. Good. Nice. Another little tidbit before we go to the left. When we do that coupe, really make sure that we're not lifting up the working hip with the coupe. Oppositely, we want to work up or lift up the standing hip in order to keep this relaxed and down. All right, left side. 7, 8, 1, in, 2, and 3, plie, coupe, and side. Remember, tendu's a little bit in front of us. Plie, coupe, and to the back. 3, plie, coupe, little dégagé now from fifth. So we'll use the arm this time, front, side, and back. So to the front, we'll have brush, dégagé, plie, and brush, plie, and brush, straight, and straight, and straight. Side, plie, brush, plie, brush, fifth, and fifth, and fifth. Brush out, plie, really brush, plie, brush, plie, fifth, fifth, fifth. Then we're going to tendu, dégagé, inside leg, and just feel that balance in a dégagé with the arms à la seconde, making sure this doesn't happen. You want to keep that working hip back, shoulders and hips like a square rectangle, tendu and fifth. Then we go from the back. Brush, plie, brush, plie, brush, fifth, and fifth, and fifth. Same thing side, same thing front, fifth, fifth, fifth. Tendu, dégagé, feel that balance. 5, 6, 7, 8. Then let's go plie, sous-sus, and then we'll feel the balance here in a sous-sus position. Yeah? So with these dégagés, really making sure that we're brushing the foot against the floor, kind of like we do for our grand battements, but this time we're stopping that energy right 2 inches off the floor. So a giant big brush and a nice gooey plie to land, like we're landing from a jump. So we never want to pop these pliés, or our knees are going to hate us when we start jumping later. We want to resist that plie. Yeah? So one plie, brush, plie, brush, straight, straight, straight. Same thing side and back, and then our inside leg brushes up to a dégagé to the front or to a dégagé to the back, keeping those shoulders and hips a square rectangle or a rectangle. All right, here we go. Let me see if this music is good. Now, let's go back to okay, here we go. Arm up, high. Brush, plie, brush, plie, brush, fifth, 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 to the side. Brush, plie, out, straight, 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 to the back. Straight, straight, inside leg, find that dégagé, square hips and shoulders. Nice Alcon arms, tendu and fit from the back. To the side. And out. Fit, fit, fit. To the front. Brush that foot against the floor. And dégagé inside legs, square hips and shoulders. Arms in front of you. And fit. Plie, sous-sus. Lower abdominals lift up. Lengthen that lower spine. Shoulders open but ribs closed. Plie. And we'll finish. Good. All right, nice. Let's take it around to the other side. Here we go. And brushing that foot, brush, gooey plie, brush, gooey plie, out, straight, grow taller, side. And to the back. And dégagé inside leg, square hips and shoulders. bit in front of you. And plie up to sous-sus. Ribs closed, shoulders open. And plie. Again, let's take a little parallel stretch. Let's fold down again. Do what you need. Pedal out the feet, shake out the head, a little extra stretching here. Soften the knees, roll up. Stay in parallel, arm comes up. And let's just reach back. And come up. And we'll just finish there. Good. All right. Just felt like we needed an extra little stretch. All right, let's do facing the bar, a few more dégagés. Let's do our 8-8, 4-4, 2-2, 1-1-1-1. Yeah, so we have 8 dégagés to the right, 8 dégagés in first, 8 dégagés to the left, 4 dégagés to the right, 4 dégagés to the left, 2 dégagés, 2, and 1, 1, 1, 1. Then we're going to repeat the same combination. Now, option to challenge yourself with your arms off the bar in an Alice Colin position. Again, making sure that that nice water droplet would be able to float down even as we're doing all these quick dégagé brushes. After we do 2 sets through, let's take, and I'll talk you through it as well, a little grand plie to open up the hips in first and come up straight. We're going to elevate. We're going to balance in a coupe back facing the bar. Bounce here, and then on your own time through the music, switch through a releve position and balance and a coupe back on the other side. And then we'll just finish there. Yeah, so with these dégagés to the side, really make sure that if our first position is here, we want to do a tendu with our toe right in line with the toe on our standing leg, and then lift it up from there. We don't want to be directly side. That's going to cause our hip to come up and our heel to hide towards the back. We want that hip to be down and in its socket, and that heel to be brushing forward each time for all these dégagés. And keeping the arms, when we have them in second off the bar, a little bit in front of us. Never get back here. That tells us that our ribs are splaying out and our back's no longer engaged in helping us. So always wait a little bit in front of your body. All right, 8-8, 4-4, 2-2, 1-1-1, twice through. Grand plie, press up, coupe bounce, coupe bounce. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, other side. Brushing the floor, pulling up. And now 4. 4 to the left. And 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Off the bar, same thing. Other side, 8. Now 4, 4. Watch those side arms. And 2, 2. Now 1, 1, 1, 1. The music will start again, but let's go through it. Nice grand plie. And coming up. Elevate. And balance in a coupe. Get that knee side with the ribs closed. Air in the armpits so our elbows aren't sagging down. Switch other side. And first plie. And finish. There we go. Alright, we made it. Let's go on to some rond de jambes. We'll have let's start from a 5th position. We're going to have one slow round with the flexed foot so we can really feel the hip in that socket and that rotation around without sacrificing the hip there. So we're going to have flex front and side and back. Tendu. Brush through first, slow. Again. Now with the pointed foot and first. 4 faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's back, and fifth. And then we go from the back. Flex, hip stays in that socket as the heel rotates around, reach to point, brush and slow with the pointed foot and front and first. 4 to tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Brush just the low leg dégagé height back through a coupe to the front and fifth. Then let's do our port de bras. A little different today. Let's go side, 4, 2, reach forward and up. Side, 4, 2, reach back and up. Let's go plie, sous-sus, or can stay flat. Draw a line up your leg to a passe, and then we'll feel a nice balance here on a passe position. Yeah, so one more time. Flexing the foot around, flex, not sacrificing the hip and point. Brush through first, front, side, back, first. 4 rond de jambes without moving the hip, and 4, brush. Now this coupe, face this way so you can see, isn't really a true coupe because we got to be able to go through. So it's a brush, the toes kind of pass to the side of my Achilles so that they can extend through to the back and fifth. Flex all the way around her back. Then we have port de bras side, 2 and 3 and 4 and side, 2 and back and up. Either stay flat or up to sous-sus, drawing a line up your leg without moving this hip. It's just the toe moving, not the knee. The toe is drawing a line up to that passe, and then we balance there. Yeah, just like a little marionette doll. You pull that string, and the toe comes up. Nothing happens here up. All right, here we go. Quiet, still hips for all these rond de jambes. Let's see here. And flex front, side, flex back, reach to point, brush through front, side, back, close first, 4 to tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, brush front, through to the back, fifth. Here we go from the back, flex. For that passe, but hopefully you remembered. All right, good. Let's go to the other side. In addition to keeping the hips still and quiet, make sure that the upper body and the arm isn't affected by these rond de jambes as well. Here we go. 7, 8. Flex front. Carry that heel side. Carry that heel back. Reach to point. Brush through front, side, first. 4 ronds. 1, brush and through to the back. 5th and flex. fonds. 1 and 2. Back and through, heels shining forward to the front. 5th. Here we go, side and forward. And reach forward. Side, around, back. And plie, sous-sus. Now draw a line up the leg for that passe. And feel that balance. Keep that working hip down, pulling up on the standing hip. Close to sous-sus. Take the rest of the music to stretch what you need. Alright, moving on to some melting fondues. So, remembering that for fondues, we want both the knees to straighten simultaneously. We don't want to lock and kick action. We want both knees. So this leg kind of has to anticipate, and our standing leg has to hold back so that both knees can bend and straighten at the same time for these fondues to create that really nice melting effect. So we'll have fondue to the front, and we flex and point, and fondue to the side, and flex and point, and fondue to the back, and flex and point. Brush through the front, plie. We straighten as we carry to the side. We rondeggiamo all the way to the back, and 5th. Then from the back, fondue, knees straighten together. We reach, flex, reach the foot longer to point, fondue to the side, and flex, reach longer, fondue to the front. Send the heel forward to flex, and point, brush, plie. Hip under, we straighten as we carry side, carry it all the way around to the front, and 5th. And we'll just finish there. Yeah, so really acting like we're going through molasses or honey as we're doing all these fondues and not letting the working hip be affected by any of this movement as well, keeping it nice and down in that hip socket, keeping that leg a little bit in front of us to the side, not directly side or else we lift the hip up. All right, here we go, fondues. From the back to the side, what happens is we either carry around leading with the hip and then we fix it as we go to the front, or we're like, yes, I'm going to remember to drop my hip, and we do that, and then we do it so much that we fall back. So there's kind of so much happening here. We have to drop that hip but also keep the ribs closed and pulling up on that standing side. So it's a lot. All right, here we go, other side. All right, nice. Move on to some frappes. We're gonna be working on some doubles today. Let me see if this will work. It'll be kind of a quick transition to get over to the left side, but I think we can handle it. So let's do 5, 6. Let's just come up to the flex position. 7, 8. So we have 2 frappes to the front. 1, hold, and 2, hold. We have a double to the side. So now we flex. We go front, back, strike, side, and hold. Frappe side, hold, frappe side, hold, and front, back, strike, back. Let's move forward. And back, hold, and back, front, strike, side. We have 2 frappes to the side. 1 or 2 doubles. Front, back, we strike, back, front, strike, 5th, flex. So that's kind of our quick transition to the left. To the left. 1, 2, double. We come front, the same direction we just were. We switch and strike side. To the side. 1 and 2. We're going to the back. So we have to strike front first, back, so that we can extend to the back. To the back. 1, 2, double. We go the direction we're in. Back, switch, and strike. 2 doubles. Front, switch, strike. Back, switch, strike, and 5th. Yeah, so to doubles from the front and the back, we have to come from where we are. There's no way we can come here and then switch to the back, or back, and then switch around to the front. We have to go from where we were and then switch. Go from where we were and then switch. To the side, we're always changing where we are. So for these 2 doubles to the side, I'm going to go front, back, switch. Now I'm going to start from where I just came. Back, front, switch. Front, back, switch. Back, front, switch. Yeah, so we're always kind of changing. And then as we do these doubles, really making sure that knee is to the side so that we're able to switch front and back, not letting the knee have any movement to it at all. Yeah, so front, front, double, side, 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 double, back, 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 double, side, double, side, double, side, 5th flex. All right, here we go. And 7, 8, frappe. 2, front and switch, strike side, and side, and 2, front, switch, strike back, to the back, and 2, back, switch, strike side, 2 doubles, front, switch, and strike, back, switch, strike, 5th flex, to the left, front, switch, strike, side, 2, front, switch, to the back, 2, back, switch, strike, 2 doubles, front, switch, strike, front, switch, strike, and finish. Good. I said the wrong thing once, but all right, nice. We did some double frappes. There we go. A little bit advanced there. Working our way up there. All right, let's finish off with some grand battements. We're gonna have 2 grand battements and a developpe front side back. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Grand battement and fifth. 2 and fifth. Developé to the front and fifth. Side change. Side change. Developé to the side change. Back, fifth, back. Pull your hips up. Developé to the back. Dégagé, plié, sous, soutenu, plié to the left. 2 grand battements. Now with this développé, we go through a coupé, the arm comes en bas. Placé, the arm floats up to first. We want to leave this hip down and back where it is in its socket as the heel extends forward and fifth. So the goal isn't to get your leg up as high as you can. The goal is to keep the integrity of our square hips, square shoulders, and send that heel forward and out. Yeah. 2 grand battements, développé, front side back, and then dégagé, plié, soutenu, plié, and finish. All right, here we go. Our last thing at the bar. Seven arms up. 1. Brush 2, développé, and fifth, side, 2, développé, to the back, 1, pull your hips up, brush, développé, brush, plié, sous, soutenu around, plié, fifth, brush, développé, coupé, passé, heel extends, side, coupé, passé, développé, side to the back, coupé, passé, développé, brush, plié, sous, soutenu, plié, finish. Good. All right. So we're done with our bar. Let's take a minute. We'll come center, go to the bathroom, get water, stretch. Take like a minute. center here, we're going to do a little exercise that a teacher used to always give me first sitting in center to really help me get myself on my leg. Yeah, so this is a really good exercise for weight change and making sure as we step onto our standing leg that we find our balance quickly. So at first it might kind of be a little bit of fidgeting, and that's your body taking in information, learning, adjusting, so that'll become quicker and more effective each time. And then we start to do pirouettes, kind of when we're at the bar, we have a moment to kind of, okay, now I can find my balance. But when we do pirouettes, we have to get to that balance right away. So exercises like these are really effective for your muscle memory to kind of learn, where should my balance be the second I hit that position. So anyways, we'll start in fifth position, just facing on fox, means front facing with our right leg front. I'm going to add some port de bras into this. I feel like it makes it a little bit more natural and easier. If the port de bras ever gets too much for you, feel free to keep the arms to the side. I think it makes it a little bit more challenging, but it's also easier to focus kind of on the technique of the legs or your hands on your hips, whatever feels natural for you. But if you want to add this port de bras, here we go. We have coupe 1, plie 2, step to a low arabesque, and fifth. Coupe 1, plie 2, step just to a dégagé height side, and fifth. Coupe 1, plie 2, step front, and fifth. Keep the arm side, coupe, pas de bourrée, coupe, pas de bourrée. Then we start to the left. 1, 2, find that position, and fifth. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. This one's the hard one too. And 3, and 4. Fondue, back, side, front. Fondue, pas de bourrée. And that's it. So the hard thing is when we're stepping on to that leg. So really make sure, as we spoke about at bar, when we go to the back, that our arms don't get behind us, because then we're just going to fall back. We need to have those arms a little bit in front of us so that our weight is kind of counterbalanced with our leg back there. And the leg, by all means, we're not reaching for a high arabesque or to the side. It's just a low dégagé height. Yeah, to the front is, I think, the hard one, because we want to step back but also keep our ribs closed and lower abdominals sit up. That's the one where we really have to feel our lower core squeezed, engaging, and lifting. Yeah, all right, here we go. Let's take it away with some music. And coupe, out, and step, fifth. Coupe, plie, step, fifth. And coupe, extend to the back, and step, fifth. Fondue, backside, fifth. Fondue, pas de bourrée, left side. 1, 2, 3. Coupe, not lifting those hips up, hip down. Fifth, to the back. 1, 2, 3. Fifth. Coupe, backside, fifth. Coupe, backside, fifth. And finish. Good. Good. Yeah, it's a really great combination to find where your balance is in space. All right, let's do some stretches. Just find a spot out in the center of your room. Let's find a nice kind of parallel, wide second position stance, and just follow along with me. Where is all my music? Okay, here we go. And nice wide stance. And let's dive forward, all the way down. Rock out the hips side to side. pull up the lower abdominals. A little soft bend in that standing leg. Make sure it's not locked down. And last thing, still hanging onto the wall. Let's send the foot front flexed. A little bend in that standing leg. And fold forward. Try to grab the toes with the flexed foot. So feel a nice stretch in the calf all the way up to our hamstring. And other side. So bend in that standing leg. Flex that front foot out. Fold forward. Try to grab those toes and push them back towards our shin. And come up. Find a little first position in the center of your room. Feel all 5 toes, all 5 metatarsals anchored down to that floor. Feel your kneecaps pulled up and lifted but not locked. Feel your lower spine, your lower tailbone heavy, hanging down into the floor. Our ribs are closed, lower abdominals zipped up. Ribs closed, sternum and chest open in opposition. Relax the neck. Let the jaw and the earlobes hang heavy. Take one more big deep breath in. And exhale, release all of it out. Oh, perfect time with their music. There we go. All right, thank you for joining me, everyone. Have a nice rest of your Tuesday, a nice rest of your week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, thank you.